Hey, I'm back. I just got back from picking my friends up at the airport, and I kind of have a lot of stuff to do still. I might need to go and pick up some luggage. I'm not really too sure. So, I wanted to just do a quick little thing here for the healthy part, and we're going to talk about coconuts because I'm still doing the smoothies with my NutriBullet. I have to tell you, I love that machine. Every day I either have one or two smoothies. It's so easy. So easy. That if I'm lazy and I don't feel like cooking something, it's kind of like, oh, just throw vegetables in there and some fruit, and I have something that's nutritious to eat, and it didn't take a whole lot of time. One thing I do want to say is if you are having smoothies or juices, please take your time to drink them. Don't just chug them. Really enjoy them, and you will feel more like you're eating something if you take your time. The smoothies that I've been making are very thick because I put chia seeds in there and a bunch of fibrous plants and things like that. So it's really kind of like drinking a meal. They're very good and they're so fun. I've only made a couple that weren't so great, but I just kind of throw what I want that I have in my refrigerator in there. Right now, remember we were talking about the cleansing plants of the spring. So right now is a great time for the dandelion leaves, and I don't have any to show you. The only thing I have left right now are Swiss chard leaves because I'm leaving tomorrow, and so I'm trying to use up everything so that I can head out and not be wasteful. So I'm having Swiss chard leaves, but I have been using dandelions, arugula, organic celery, parsley. I didn't put it in there, but cilantro is another good one for cleansing. What else? Oh, ginger. You can put whole ginger in there. Every once in a while you get a string, so you just pick that out, but it tastes so good. And I put lemon juice in there now too, which really brightens up the flavors. And what else? You know what I wanted to tell you about and I forgot because I told you the first time and then everything got destroyed with my recording, and then I forgot to tell you the next time I recorded. But you can make salad dressings very easily. Ginger dressings especially, because you can smash the ginger up right in there with whatever else that you want, with either oils or what did I use? I used kefir, and I did like a curry sauce. I made a curry sauce with that. You can use whole turmeric root instead of actually buying it ground. You can get it that way. It's related to ginger, so they look the same. It's just more orangey, like a carrot. And that tasted really good, and it's really good for you. I would recommend eating turmeric any chance you can get. Here comes Buddy. Hi, Budman. One of the other things I've been putting in here, and I think that I forgot to tell you, was spirulina powder. Hold that up. Spirulina is a blue-green algae, and I like the way it tastes. You may not. I'm not sure if I did talk about it or not, but I really love it, and it's such a great source of chlorophyll, which is a detoxant for your body. So if you can get a little bit of spirulina in your body every day, that's a plus. So I wanted to talk to you a little about coconuts. I'm not going to do meditation today. I'm sorry again. I apologize. Please forgive me. I will, though. It's a broad topic, and I really have to be prepared, and it's been a little crazy. So we were talking about coconuts because I really do like them. This is a young coconut. This is how you'll find them in the store. Sometimes you can find organic. This is not. My local store does not carry it. Trader Joe's might. Not Trader Joe's. Whole Foods. And I haven't been into the whole new Whole Foods. It's about 35 minutes away, and so unless I'm going over there for something else, I'm not actually shopping that direction. I try to keep my dollars local, and I also want to not waste gas, so I multiple trips. If I'm going in this direction, there are like 3 things that I do over there, and the other things that I do are in this way, and I group them together so I'm not wasting time and wasting gas. But this is what they look like, and I wanted to show you. You can find how to cut them open on YouTube very easily, which is what I found out. But I thought I'd show you since I have 2, and I'm having one tomorrow, and I'm going to have one now in a smoothie because I'm having 2 smoothies today. So I shave off the top with a knife and just cut it off. It's very simple to do. And then you take the heel of the knife and you just smash it in there. I think I explained that a little bit last time, but at least this way you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. If you poke enough of a hole in there, then you can tip it upside down into something where it will drain, and then you can cut the lid right off. It's very, very pliable, and it's not difficult, and you know, and as long as you keep your hands out of the way, you're not going to cut your fingers off. The meat inside is really good, and it tastes great in the smoothie. Like, I put the whole thing in here, all of the liquid and the meat in the smoothie, and it's amazing. Now, I still don't know whether they have the same properties as electrolytes or not, because I have only found conflicting evidence, and I don't want to perpetrate bad information, so I'm just going to say that I do not know. I know they taste good. I know that when you drink it out of the coconut, it tastes totally different than the stuff that you're going to buy that's in a bottle. And the thing, like I said, that I like about this is that you're not getting a plastic bottle. Oh, that's another thing I want to tell you. Okay, so the containers in which we buy things in is mostly plastic. Either it's hard plastic or it's plastic bags. And these things can leach the plastic toxins into your body. And I thought that plastic bags needed to be heated in order for that to happen, but that's not even true, which is kind of scary because just about all of our food is packaged in plastic or cardboard, and I saw another thing about how cardboard was leaching stuff into the food too. So when you get a chance to have something that's actually in the container it's grown in, that's really good. So again, another reason for when you go to the store to come home and you buy something in a plastic bag, whether it's in bulk or your vegetables, take it out and store it in a different way. We don't really need to use all that plastic, and then you can take that plastic and put it back into your reusable bag and have it for your next trip and just keep using it like that. As long as it's not staying in, the food is not staying in it for any length of time, that's a plus. And I don't even use plastic wrap in my refrigerator. I have plastic wrap. I think I've had the same roll for about 5 years. Barely ever use it. I've actually just been doing castor oil packs, and I've used it for that to keep the castor oil from getting everywhere. And we can talk about that in another show. I don't really have time to get into that today, but it's a form of detoxing method. So anyway, there's no phthalates in here. It's just the container that the coconut was made in. So much better. And I have two other coconut products here. This is coconut milk, whereas this is a whole coconut, and I think you could make coconut milk out of the inside and smashing it up with or without the water that comes in it. Maybe you can do it with other regular filtered water, and I kind of did that as an experiment, and it did make it kind of milky like. This is kind of like coconut cream and coconut milk all together, because when you open up the can, there's big thick spots, kind of like when cream rises on non-homogenized milk. You get that cream on the top, and that actually whips up like icing, like you would be able to make a buttercream icing, and it's white. So just so you know, if you eat cake and the icing is white, it's pretty much a hydrogenated product. It's not made with butter, because butter typically has a yellow tint, and it's probably not the best thing for you. So white icing, probably not so hot. Regular butter, I would rather eat a regular buttercream icing than eat hydrogenated oil icing, just saying. So anyway, now this comes in a can. It's organic, but it's a can, which can again leach things into you. I don't know. I can't remember if this can is lined or not. I just bought it to try it to see what it was all about, and I found now with the regular coconut, I prefer this because it tastes better. This actually tastes a little funny. It has a little weird metallic-y flavor in it, and I'm not going to put loads of sugar in it to eat it, so I don't know. I might just give this one away, actually. Then I found this one, and I couldn't really even make this work. It's coconut cream, and it comes in a little, again, plastic. But it's really kind of hard. You can see there's a bit of a separation there. This is smushier than this. This is like very, very solid. And you're supposed to warm this up and mix it with hot water and then be able to use it as a thickener for sauces. I don't really know how practical this is because I don't think I wound up even using my last one. I couldn't melt it. I couldn't really figure out how to do it. Again, I might find someone who wants to take care of that for me and use it, and I will just continue with the regular coconuts. So yeah, I do. I buy fruit and frozen organic fruit in bags, and now I'm thinking that once I get those home, they're going to come right out of the plastic bag, and I'll put them in a bowl with just a plate on top. You don't so I was saying started about the plastic wrap in the refrigerator. If you have a bowl that you're putting something in and you put a lid on it, you don't really need to do the plastic film thing. So just in case you're wondering on if you also want to reduce your plastic use, that's a way to do it. And most of the bowls, the middle plates fit on top of the bowls that I have. And you may find that too in your house. So just get creative. There are special sets that you can buy if you wanted to, glassware with lids that aren't plastic. And those are nice too. They're a little bit more expensive. I kind of tend to use what I have on hand. I'm not a whole household full of a bunch of people. So for me, my refrigerator's not, I don't need to be as efficient as some people do with things that need to fit and store and stack and fit in there very nicely. So it's just, that works for me. So if you are interested in alternatives, do some searches. There are some, or put some questions on the board. If you have one, that's what I was going to do. If you have good suggestions for anything like that, please let everybody know about it, because it's really kind of handy. A lot of times I think everybody knows what I know, and they don't. And I think, I don't know. There's things that other people know that I don't know. So it's really handy if we can all just communicate and spread our extra special tips that we have. And one of the members on the board, hang on one second, was talking about the fingernail polish. And so I actually have one of these. She had mentioned, although this looks real, this is so old, it's ridiculous. Is that upside down? You use the number 1 first, then you use the number 2, and then you buff with the number 3 side. And that shines your nails as if you had clear polish on it. And yeah, I didn't do it, but it's a little shinier. So I have used this a long time ago. I'm just really lazy with my nails. I just cut them all just the other day. And they're all out of whack, and I need to file them before I leave, and make them at least look somewhat decent. But I'm not a big nail person. I've never really have been. I remember trying nail polish when I was in my teens, and it just smelled so horrible. I thought it was just awful. I can't even get it this close to me, and I can't stand the smell. And when I did research on it, and I found out, it's because there's formaldehyde, toluene, and all these chemicals that you don't want anywhere near you. So I'm very grateful that they stunk so bad that I never wore them. So like I said, you can, at that other episode, you can look for alternatives, or you can get one of these sticks and have nice manicured nails with just buffed clear, and it looks really nice and shiny. So let me think, was there anything else I wanted to talk to you about? There probably is, but I kind of have to see if I can fit the stuff in my suitcase. If not, I've got to go run to the store. I've been out like 2 times today already. Went to the post office, then I went to pick up my friend, and now I might have to go out again. So anyway, thank you for showing up today. And I know there are a lot of other things you've been doing with your half hour in a day, and I appreciate you that spent time with me. My Ravelry name is LESPETITSULUXES, and we have the Healthy Knitting Podcast. So if you have any questions, or if you have any comments, please post some things at the board. We'd love to hear from you, and I will try to be a little more active over there. I haven't really been very active on Ravelry at all lately. I've been super busy, but maybe things will change when I leave tomorrow. So weather forecast is going to be 70 Monday in Italy. Yay. And I'm bringing a lot of warm clothes, because last time I was freezing my butt off, And I packed everything for like, oh, it's summertime, and it wasn't. It was 55 degrees and rainy almost the whole time in May, but it's been beautiful. Up until now, the weather's been so beautiful there. That's why I really think January, February, March next year will be perfect, because it's not so much fun here